Hello, my name is Frank, and I am the designer, inventor of the Stedlin products. This is one of our popular quick couplers, quarter-inch quick couplers. And this is our proprietary full flow plug. Okay. We don't call these HiFlo plugs, and there's a reason why we don't call them HiFlo. We call them full flow, to differentiate them from what people commonly think of when they hear the term HiFlo. There's a difference. This type of plug style is commonly referred to as HiFlo, has a quarter-inch thread on it, quarter-inch MPT, and has a very large bore through it. Very large bore, ridiculous bore. Way too big for a quarter-inch pipe thread. That's just my opinion, but I can explain it. So this Stedlin Full Flow plug has a smaller hole through it. If you could probably see, I don't know if you can see from there. The hole in here is 6.15 millimeters. And this hole is ridiculous. I don't know. It's what is it? 7 millimeters, more than 7 millimeters, almost 300 thousandths of an inch. Very, very large. Okay. This is what I call a generic coupler, generic HiFlo coupler. They're available in many different models, all exactly the same coupler. It's generic because there's about 10 companies, probably more, that sell exactly the same coupler under their brand. All they do is they change out the cosmetics, like different colors, maybe a different material here and there, but they're all exactly the same. I have several more. In fact, I think I have 8, all from different companies, identical. So, at any rate, what I would like to point out next is the Stedlin, if you use it with a Stedlin Full Flow plug, has exactly the same high flow rate as HiFlo plugs, couplers do. That's right, exactly the same flow rate, all the way up to 50 cubic feet per minute. Very high flow rate capable, and yet there's a huge difference in terms of the ease of insertion. The Stedlin is the lowest insertion force that you can get. For example, I can easily disconnect it at 230 psi, no problem. Try that with one of these. Impossible. Never do it. That's a problem with these HiFlo couplers because they're inherently harder to connect. And it seems that those who sell these things don't seem to pay any attention to how hard they are to connect. Whereas when I was designing this, one of my priorities was to make it very, very easy to connect and disconnect. And that it certainly is. Doesn't matter how much pressure you put on there, very easy to connect and disconnect. Another thing that's unique to the Stedlin coupler is the fact that I use 8 polymer balls in here. That's 8, more than anybody else. Most of these HiFlos, they have 6 steel balls in there, and then they sell them with aluminum plugs, which are not really compatible with steel balls because first, if you wind up attempting to rotate the plug inside the coupler, which often happens when you're rotating a tool, then of course the plug can get damaged by these steel balls rubbing against or sliding against the aluminum surface, and that's a common problem and not recommended. However, with this, any M-style plug or the full flow plug will spin absolutely freely in here. You can spin it all day, no problem, because the polymer has a very low friction, which allows free rotational plug. So basically you get the coupler and HiFlo and freedom of rotation all in one. You don't even need a swivel. Although we do sell probably the best swivel in the market, the Stedlin Orbital. Very unique, nothing else like it anywhere in the world. Very, very unique. Extremely leak tight too. So now I'm going to show a couple of videos to demonstrate the excellent flow performance of the Stedlin and compare it directly against the HiFlo couplers. We'll go there next. Generic HiFlo coupler and HiFlo plug. We've got to go to 50 cubic feet per minute. Okay, here we go. Stedlin quick coupler and Stedlin full flow plug, and we're going to adjust the flow rate up to 50 cubic feet per minute. Right, 50 cubic feet per minute. Let's see what we get as far as pressure drop at 80 psi inlet. So as you can see, the difference in performance was 1 psi all the way up to a ridiculous 50 cubic feet per minute. What can I say?